Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Crusader King Street Nubia series here on the Lord Master channel. Well, good news and bad news. The good news is, as you can see, we have the Duchy of Nobadia, which means that he is now the Lord of the Mountain, which is right over here. More on that in a moment. The bad news is, Murky has been suffering. Despite the fact that he's the new Duke on Nobadia, he's also suffering from leprosy and then infirm. So 2 severe penalties of health, and he is not longer this world. Although his treatment, it's like, again, got them rosemary flower tonic, going to reduce symptoms, which will expire in the very next month. Yes, but as of late, the popular opinion has gone down due to, we still have that complex documentation law, and me being a benevolent orchestrator. As I look to my son of heir, at least the popular opinion will go up under him, because as he's the heir, let's just talk about him a little. He's an idealistic luminary, got a dog-like demeanor, and later he picked up Gossip Collector. Whispers persist about this character's insatiable appetite for gossip. They have an uncanny ability to gather and disseminate juicy tidbits of information about courtiers and their affairs. Their knowledge of court secrets and scandals makes them a sought-after confidant. But their penchant for gossip can also breed mistrust and undermine relationships at court. So, if he gets any intrigue penalty, it'll be negated. +4. And if he's stressed, his intrigue increases. As despite the fact that he's a man of learning, as he's a master erudite and intelligent, but how his cynic side is what makes him rather intriguing. And third best is stewardship, which is good, because I think when he begins his role, he should focus on stewardship, because the domain limit would be quite lowered. I mean, this does not increase the main limit anymore on my end. It's just the main limit is 4, because we're a Duke now. So, which means if you want to increase your domain limit, 2 things. 1, in a long run, besides this title we have here. 2, this here dynasty, as I'm more focused on law. Perhaps in the far future when we get home states to get +1 domain limit. It's very suitable for the Nubian playthrough, especially in Nobadia, because Nobadia is a large duchy, 5 counties, whereas Sai is part of Dongolat directly. And I'd like to, move from there. And also, we fought a war against the former Duke of Nobadia, who's been reduced to account after petitioning to the king to give me that title. So we fought a war to try to claim all these lands, but we had defeats and retreats. We only had 1 lucky battle out there in Shekdal, but each time we fought the battles in Qasr Ibram, and we lost every time. And mind you, he wasn't leading the armies as much as it's those mercenaries he has. There's a particular mercenary band here. I know it says already hired, but no, I don't think that was you. I think it was the Master Sahel. Yeah, this man here. This old mercenary captain who's a bleeder and he's infirm. At least he'll be gone soon. He's the one that keeps beating us in battles. That's because he's a strategist. He gives more enemy fatal casualties against us. That high advantage of his is what caused them for being, like they were kicking our can. We had no knights. And plus he had some pikemen with him, which beats out our cavalry. That was another reason why we lost out here. One's in Jerusalem, and the other is is somewhere out there. So we don't have a large cavalry as such; they were smaller. But mind you, for now, pastorals will be inherited on succession. These bit of mercenaries got soundly beaten. They will stand down on succession. So, and plus we're not up to max size. Our military is still on a weak side, as we are unfamiliar with warfare, despite the fact we had good prior experience fighting the Nubia down there in Kordofan during a defensive war. See, we won those battles, but we weren't able to win there because not only a combination of mercenaries and their men-at-arms counter, but also fighting in their own turf. Because, especially in those hill forts here, this defensive advantage. So it's all these factors. Defender advantage with the land of the bow tradition. Yeah, it's still all this combination is why we were beaten at every turn. So that's why Nubian warfare is rather unique in and of itself. Which I think you're better off negotiating if you want to claim territory rather than to fight for it. As I nod my head thinking about that. So I would hate to die before, before I can get this county that I still have a claim to, which I think I've decided. Do not fight wars against your fellow Nubian vassals anymore. In the rest of this life and in the next. And I advise you, my son, another piece of advice for you. Do not fight wars against your fellow countrymen. And he has blind loyalty, this man. Whispers specifics about this character's unreasonable loyalty towards a particular person or faction. They're willing to overlook any wrongdoing or misconduct, blindly defending and supporting their chosen ally. Their unwavering loyalty undermines objectivity and fairness within the court, creating an atmosphere of favoritism and injustice. So, he's going to be more loyal to the king. You gotta kiss up to him, son. If you want to be as successful as me, kiss up to the king. Even though this old king here is also in poor health, though he's got a walking dog, so it'll keep him alive. He may outlive me, but hopefully he'll live long enough to see the day that Prince, soon to be king, Jordanus. But he's rowdy, so he's expected to be a warrior king. You can hope. Because one day, if this realm becomes vulnerable, you gotta look out to those Blemians over there. Somebody's been in a defensive war. They wanted to land there, but in vain. So the cult of Mandulas still lives strong over there. They are looking to convert this land. When do I get the petition to the king again? Oh yeah, you can perform administrative now border tasks now, but we'll get to that in a moment. Let me see on my personal agenda. Didn't do that. Last one was unsuccessful with this. Duty consorts can't waste time frivolities. So, I'm working here. And you notice that one other legislators that I never bother, such as Commission Donor Portrait. If it was myself, that's increased legitimacy and bonus based on rank or prestige. Cole's family, opinion and renown, based on your rank. Clergy, opinion from your Lord Chaplain, and gain bonus piety. Something to be noted. And build local Christian religious building, which is similar to the Buddhist decision, which you've seen before in my past series whenever I play as Buddhists. Yes, petition king, we just mentioned that. We could do that again till February of next year. Okay, live a couple of months, don't do anything. Don't attempt to depart from this world, and I am not going to retire to the monastery. No, I'm still very much needed. The realm needs me. I will not stand down and retire to say, my son is ready to rule. No, I'll do it until the day I pass. Do a bit more of that. Development's 11 versus development of 6, and it's still declining. And the reason for that decline is, well, blazed stones. So, it's not much of a developed territory, but we need to get this back to full control, which will take about 16 months' time. So just live a couple of months, don't do anything. And I advise you to not do anything. Oh, he's headed to the grand tournament. Well, whenever he returns from the tournament, let me know. Which, matter of fact, prior to recording, I turned this on, so I'll know when it'll come. It's not going to tell Tyrius till I change the focus, but I fear that we may not get what we desired. This is still at the tattoo. How's my physician? You're not infirm, are you? No, you're still good, but you're getting old, you know? It's a fact of life that we all have to accept. My lord, Eudocia is her name. Illustrious courtesans renowned for the captivating beauty and unparalleled skills in the art of seduction has graced your court, and she wants to present herself, offered her services. Baron's she's pretty, but she cannot, have children despite her lustfulness. I mean, she could be a seducer, but she can't really, get pregnant, which is, useful if she were a spy master. Which my current spy master isn't as great. You know what? Let me bring you in. How much? 8. You got it. You'll be the new spy master. Oh, that's Rahima. Both of similar age. Shyfulness kind of loses out here. You know, she is a brilliant person herself in her mind. Which matter of fact, aren't you the one who's, oh yeah, very, very intelligent and strong and shrewd? Ah, damn. You know what? I got a better idea. First off, you're the new spy master. As for you, you need to marry someone around here that is a fellow lowborn. Find someone to marry within this court. It's just got a better idea. Because remember, she cannot get pregnant, but she can. If we can have, you know, children circulating with either intelligent or Herculean/Amazonian traits around, that would be grand. But it has to be you, not the one with the lisp. Yeah. So you two have prestige for each other. And remember, we recruited you because you were a prisoner of war during a conflict with Varen. Average power projection. So hopefully that'll remain a little more than a good idea. Oh yes, we're still looking for good fighting men to join in our ranks after we've lost a... Matter of fact, I think this war sums up. That last conflict we had, that sums up from that one quote I remember from an older game. A lot of good men died today, all for nothing. That's what that war was like. It was all for nothing. My blind ward and his little friend Taberna had taken a copy of the scripts from the study and brought it to the playroom. Lois had tried to read it, but quickly realized that the words therein were best left for the priest. He seems completely content with his current ability to understand the deeper meaning of the book. Listen, you're not my son. So, I say, be contented not knowing, I'll say. You're better off not knowing, trust me. Scriptures is full of mysteries. Surprised he hasn't used that hook on me yet. He hasn't raised my taxes or whatever. Power struggle. Oh yeah, there's a problem. Just lost the domain limit just now. Due to perceived senility. Because I'm getting old, you know. This is how prone I'm exhibiting signs of heavy traumas, cognitive decline, memory lapses, and confusion, reflecting perceived aging or deterioration of my mental capacities. It's influenced by age. Maximum stress levels reach their life and negative stress coping traits. Perceived senility is greatly reduced when in regency. Regency. Well, the thing is, you could start a diarchy, but I don't think that's a good idea. All the more reasons why. Oh, wait a minute, I remember seeing something. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? No, you don't have the money for that. And you're not in good health condition like you're used to. There's got to be a way to, you know. Plus, you're about to acquire another county, which is this one. Well, I don't think you should worry too much about it. It's just you're getting old, man. Accept it. You're 65. You're not long for this world. Just I hope the king returns safely from his tournament, that he's on his way back to Dongola now, and... Oh, yeah. It's time for my treatment soon. You will recommend drastic measures? Actually, no, we don't have anatomical studies. It's not like you're going to cure me of leprosy. I'm still going to be infirm. I'm still going to be passing away anyhow. Do I want to sacrifice another body part? They took my face. They took my leg. What's next? My eye? Well, what's good of losing an eye? Do it. Cal handed me a plate of grey powdery substance on it. Apparently it consisted of ground up scabs from a person in a state worse than mine. Cal showed no indication of joking and told me to lean in and inhale as much as I could. My treatment was almost as unpleasant as my symptoms, yet seemed effective. While I'm not cured, I feel much better. I'll live to see another day. Okay, I don't have to sacrifice another body part. Okay, good. Come on, King. Come on, Georgius. He's on his way. Don't do anything stupid. Don't run into anything that'll hurt you. As things stand, my liege planned military exercises to hone our commander skills and better prepare for everyone for war. Following the complex, theoretical, and practical military exercises implemented, it is with joy that I reckon my military skills developed further. Under the right circumstances covered by my areas of expertise, my value as a field commander improved. A day to remember. Thank you, but... Okay, let's pass through the capital. He hit a delay. Oh, prior to that he took someone hostage. Alright. Let me see. He's a bleeder, but he's a good fighter. And we need good fighting men in our ranks. Oh, Elizabeth, okay, it's not my son, but lost an alliance with the Nagos of Aksum. Died in childbirth. After 3 children. She did not deserve this. Come on, make it home. You're home free, King. Come on, you can do it. I need you there, so I can go to you there, and then you'll get me land. I'm gonna get land before my life ends. He's gonna make it. He's gonna make it. He's gonna make it. Come on. Come on. He is home free. Alright. I wish I could pay homage to you. Which, matter of fact, I might do it after you give me that petition. Hello, I've always wondered, what's your court grandeur like? Unmolded fashion, modest food, a few servants, small lodgings. And he only has those 2 core artifacts he's got. Seems a little boring, this place is. But I must seek an audience to you. Got the petition, King. Give me that land. We're good friends, you and I. Trial might be potentially dangerous, but I'm not afraid. Let's go. I'm gonna seek an audience to the king. And if I do make it home, I'm going to pay homage to him. Tell him to thank you for everything. Get to 60 gold here, man. The road takes us to the treacherous parts of Hanak. While I scan for any dangers ahead, rustling bush grabs my attention. Could be a wild animal. As I brace myself for impact, Zarabeka jumps out of the bush instead, holding a plant. You scared me, Zarabeka. Wait, let me see what you have here. Some kind of fruit, I exclaim. Yes, it looks and smells so delicious. Wonder what it tastes like. Maybe I'll just take a little bite, she says. Oh yeah, fun fact about Zarabeka. You eat it. Alright, good for you. Good for your prowess. This woman warrior here, she killed Mayor Bashambu during the war with our northern neighbor up here. Now, Mayor Bashambu, you might remember him in the very first episode. He was that lunatic who tried to kill me at around the second or third episode. Third episode, yes, around there. I actually became friends with him. Yes, friends of a lunatic. He went on a pilgrimage with the entourage, and he became the mayor of the city of Coruscant. And then during the war, he was killed in action by Zarabeka. In which I'm like, you killed my friend. Hey, she was my bodyguard. She did what she could to protect me. I mean, I wish, married to someone important, but I don't want her, getting that inheritable trait to someone down the line. Anyways, come on, almost there. Just almost there. Made it. Hey. Where did he go? Oh, god damn it! He left the court! To go participate in some other stupid tournament. Hey, while you're regent, while you're at it, because I am not leaving here. Focus on getting more gold. I am not leaving I am not leaving Dongola until a king comes here. Where is that tournament anyhow? Okay, that's not Gomas. That's further away from Kordofan. Meanwhile, as we wait, because I refuse to leave Dongola, we come across the remnants of a trading caravan in Dongola. The arrow-ridden corpses of merchants and guards, and horses and overturned carriages, ruined merchandise, all point to this being some kind of attack by bandits. Anyways, such dangers on the road aren't unheard of. After we bury the dead, my travel companions and I debate what should be done with the merchandise in which the bandits did not carry off with them. Salvaging these items could be quite lucrative, though it will take some time. I could give it to the king. I mean, it's his property. But if he was here and he's my friend, he is here. But since he's off to some tournament, I'm gonna say I'll take the lion's share as it's my right. I don't give a damn what anybody's watching near Dongola thinks of it. The money is mine. It's to be useful for defense. For national defense here. Unfortunately, you arrived at a difficult time. Must have been unable to receive you in their company, my holes. Refusing to even listen to me? The nerve of that man! At least took the money off of him. Damn it, we lost the claim. As you sit by the campfire of a long day, a group of travelers approaches us in the dark. The band of knights led by a proud-looking man. Each one of the knights looked richer than the next. Lord, it's my pleasure to meet you. I'm Chrysanthos of the Order of St. Anthony. We've been on a long journey to get to Dongola. Need some rest before the last stretch. Maybe share your campfire? Hey, draw a campfire. Tell us your travels. As a matter of fact, I could invite you to court by using that hook. I'd like to have you in our ranks. At least I don't have to pay for it. You know what that means, right? That means I can't do that again. Unless I manage to outlive him. If the king is dead during his travel, then, okay, he's had a bit of delay. Then... Now, listen here. It takes years to... thinking about actually murdering the man. And no longer my caravan master. Hey, you be the physician too. Get familiar. Try to improve your skills as physician as long as you're alive. Plus, the job pays. How much money do you gain besides what they've already given you? You know, you can always request a claim from the Pope if he likes you well. Although probably not, as I'm a leopard these days. But I can't fight another war against him. Well, what about this person? Oh, he just died. It actually went to the king himself, so now he rules the land. Hey, 1 second. I mean, if there was ever a next time. To grant a claimed title. Also, my tattoo is gone. Give me another. It's for a small health boost. Pay homage. Oh, you're back? Now, listen, you're a good friend of mine, okay? As much as I would like to get a little bit more renown up. And you know that money that we stole from that caravan that was gone? Well, I'll bestow gifts to him. So here's some of that. Alrighty, ma. The scholar. You'll be the new caravan master, as you're very good at it. Let's do it. I mean, I still want to pay homage to him, and I hope to outlive this king so I can... Well, no. You're still going to die regardless. How are you going to live another 5 years? That's unlikely. Just do what you gotta do, okay? Ask him to tell me another story. If I die by this unusual circumstance, I wouldn't be mad right now. Well, as fate would have it, Duke of Nobadia rests in the arms of the Lord at 6 years of age. He ate some poisonous plants by mistake. A hollowed shell of his former self had long lost his wits by the time of his final passing. Duke Murky ascends to the throne. Loyal to his spouse and family, Murky is certain to place the good of his dynasty above all personal concerns. He starts off at a pretty good age, 25. Murky ruled for 31 good years. Very unusual cause of death, 2% chance of that happening. And the words that you just chose, that was tempting fate right there. He was distinguished, he was a devoted servant. He was an administrator and a voyager. Fought in 4 wars. In 1 failure offensive war. Intended 4 activities. So, Muki the Second. Yeah, I was in the middle of travel, and then we decided, nope, we gotta return. Plus, my father was about to give the king the gift, but that won't come to fruition now. Good choices. But honestly, you should focus on stewardship for the main focus, because I want to get all of this, especially divided attention, for more domain limit, because I intend to expand. And I intend to follow my father's footsteps. I know the Coptic Pope doesn't know me very well. Yes, he's of lower rank. And I can go petition to the king for whatever I wish. Even though the problem with that is grant a council seat. If you make me either a steward or spy master, I'd be happy. Yes, make me a steward, please. That's the first thing you should do. Go over there, tell the king to make me the steward. I want a seat in the council. And then after that, start fabricating that claim again. I've been to a few places, like St. Mary's Cathedral and a gold mine, but never beyond anywhere else. I've done some traveling. You got it. Let's get moving. And I'm in the need of a new decision. After we get to the council seat, we're going to hold a funeral for my father. Don't forget about him. He was a good man. What is a joy to be the son of such an exemplary servant of God. The older I feel in my heart when I hear everybody refer to him as devoted servant Duke Makuria. His virtues revered by priests and pious Copts alike. I wonder, will I humbly stay in my father's shadow, or will I achieve and surpass such pride in my own life? Will the good grace of God be his will? I'm glad to have such a pious father. One second. Yes, we gotta get ourselves a new court physician, as I was one for a short stint. Mezzanine. Said to be good, but Layla here, Yemeni. What's the difference between you? Well, you're intelligent, you're a physician and herbalist, and you are also a physician, herbalist, and scholar. Okay, I'll take you because of your higher learning. Higher learning means possible higher chances. And she's well traveled too. Take that off. Quickly. I'm escorted into King Georgios' throne room, where he beckons me to approach and address him. I elucidate the abilities, proven and otherwise, that make me a suitable candidate to be the king's spy master. Okay. Requested a position to be advisor. Certainly I can't do any worse than Count the Veteran. After listening to the speech, he smiles warmly and states, Absolutely, nephew-in-law. I shall dispatch my agents immediately to take care of this matter. Thank you, my liege. I got that bit of it now. Yes, we'll check out these traits in a moment, as he has started a holy war against Blemia. Meanwhile, drop dead, would you? Why don't you just retire to the monastery? I could confront him, but still, I ought to get rid of that man. Hey, since you are the spy master, you could get rid of someone. Look at you, the abilities you have now. Hostile schemes faces potential. I could put this man out of the misery right now. It's very easy to do. Make it a balance. Yep, we're gonna murder him. Bodyguard. Knight. Now, get me the filtrator. Ooh, barely coming. And a alibi. Does she? I'll give you the prestige because I got lots of prestige. And support this scheme to get the face like bastard. And while you're at it, begin work on fabricating this claim until we hopefully get a suitable replacement. Though he does have a countermeasure. Straight for the centuries. Okay, he just died from being ill. It's alright. Here. This old albino blind man who's going to be the footpad. A purse, a throat, a groin. There's a lot of things you could take a knife at a back alley if you think I'm right. And this is coming from a blind sadistic man who is patient and calm. Very suitable. Ah, right. Let's see what we have here. The royal favor. Renown took a hit, so does the knight effectiveness. Popular opinion is up. I don't like that. I can do without the renown, but knights need to go up to being effective. Bestow royal favor. Increase knights' salaries and prerogatives. And from my personal agenda. Oh. I need to know exactly who I can trust or not. Haha! Fortunately, everything went well, and your personal agenda unfolded successfully with minimal expectation changes. Plus one intrigue, initial enemy hostiles, chance, and personal chance. They won't stop me. We're gonna get rid of this Episcopus. Because he's gonna take way too long to try to fabricate a claim, which buys me enough time to get a claim on it, go petition to the soon-to-be new king, given his poor health. Especially when his son comes of age. Again, he's fighting a war for Valiant Moor. This will not be easy. But he's got the strength of God behind him with this massive army with him. And did you call in the Holy Order? By the way, my liege. No, you didn't. You might need them if things don't go well for you. Army of the Crossing, Reservoir Dogs. One second. My steward, informs that there's a desperate need for a new road to traverse the county of Atanaja. Many old roads are dilapidated and even dangerous. A common by the name of Dennis has been put forward as the natural leader of the construction effort. You any good? I mean, obviously can't compare yourself. See it done. Project begins. Overseen by him. We got plenty of money compared to what my father did, so following in his footsteps indeed. The old priest died. Oh, this one's much better. Disregard. Old age got to him. And now it should take a couple of years to fabricate the claim over there. And then we'll expand without having to fight a war, because we decided that the new plan of expansion does not involve blows, but with words. Okay. Besides the royal favor, court reputation, 6 life expectancy, we're a knight, lifestyle experience. Yeah. Military renown. We kind of don't have that. Council agenda. Power struggle. There's a court chaplain. A chaplain of excessive power projection may be seen as an overly present puppet master manipulating religious policies for personal gain. So zealous, a virtuous court chaplain score higher. Cynical and sinful court chaplain score lower. Oh, he's not a nice man. But he'll be prone to assassinations if he becomes an issue. My steward seems almost shocked. I've been inspecting the road construction in Batalaja, and the peasant workers are so much efficient than I expected. I even might learn a thing or two from them. Can we use this knowledge elsewhere? Does not have the innovation. Yeah, they're building orchards over there. It'll take a few years to get it done. Work on a road here is progressing, but a stretch of land is currently prepared that goes beyond the hill, far from both villages on either side. Both villages are reluctant to provide workers, and there's uncertainty who even owns the fifth beyond the hill. Oh, don't do that. I'll pay for the work there myself. This is going to be my long-term, rule here. We're going to do this, once I fabricate a claim, this king here, which he was nice enough to give me the position, He must give me that territory, even if I have to give him a hook or whatever. Commissioned improvement. Finding the already completed parts of the new road is immensely beneficial. Merchants Guild here has made a donation for the sake of expanded road further. You know, there are other easy ways to get money these days. I'll say this will help the road. Like you bastards up there. With the stewardship challenge. Do it. Nope. He's mad. Again, he's got a few allies. Hey, can we negotiate an alliance between us? Yes. Good. In the meantime, should romance her. Time's come to let my feelings towards Duchess Anna be known. Want her to remember this day for the rest of her life. Well, since I'm a bit of a man of intrigue these days, secretly plant a letter in her chambers. My declaration of love for Duchess Mariana's eyes only. No one else matters. I pull my hat out, page after page. My feelings and growings, I finally put them into words. The ink is barely dried as I set out for her chambers. I gently placed the scroll on her bolster. Will she lay there tonight, dreaming of me? The waiting is unbearable. The thought of rejection makes me sick to my stomach. When a reply arrives, I tear the seal with shaky hands. While I cannot encourage you, Duke Murky, I'm most grateful for your kind words. You was faithfully married. She won't resist my charms for long. I got all the time in the world for you. Take that off. Yeah, long-term plan. First, get a claim of this. Go ask the king, and go ask the king, and then we get that title. Fabricate there, as king, and then you get that title. That's how we're gonna do it. We're not gonna fight any wars of territorial expansion unless we find a moment of weakness in them. And it also depends on how much gold in there. But now the disease has come there. It's a minor consumption outbreak. The capital's still here, so be aware. A walkthrough something deeply unpleasant. The plague has revived in this unassuming hamlet. Everywhere one goes, one cannot escape the ceaseless noise of hacking and coffee from the effect. Congealed blood staining their clothes deep crimson. Already people call this affliction God's flu. While numbers remain low, it's only a matter of time until it spreads further. Summon the physician. Risk of a plague. After all, we were all overdue for one. And now it's come here. Isolate the capital. Increase the plague resistance here. With the plague looming over our capital, there's only one possible measure to remedy it. Reinforce the walls, close the gates, and throw the keys. This will make me lose my legitimacy. My father! I forgot the funeral for my father for the added legitimacy. Well, when this blows over, hopefully there's enough time for me to finally give my father a proper funeral. How could I be so... Yeah. And enter seclusion because I'm taking no chances. Carried far away from the stink of the capital's heart late at night, I and my father may remain distant from the people of the realm until such time as right to emerge. Communication will be limited, and my throne will feel empty. We shall remain safe from the death decay beyond our four modest walls. Lock the door. The dim, flickering light of Mezzanine's infirmary illuminates the scene as the physician lays out a plan of attack. Those affected by Galib's flu with a bloody cough like never seen before. My recommendation is, as a professional, is that we take a light approach to prevent the spread. After all, we do not wish to hurt the economy. Ultimately, the exact strategy for preventing the spread is plague is mine to make. Yeah, soft approach is best. Call it Galib's flu. Now, who is Galib exactly? Because why do they call him that, and then why is he to blame for all this? Oh, actually, it begins up there. It came from there. It spread to both sides of now. It was named after him. Okay, okay. Started from there, but it hasn't reached here yet. Keep an eye on it. The road's finally complete. It is very functional, he tells me. The road does not need to be luxurious, but it's good enough. I want you to go down this route first, because you're not building any buildings at this time. So taxman first, and in 2 years' time, pick up this for 4 level in case we're attacked by our unruly neighbor up there. It would seem a moderate approach to be proved successful, would slow the spread of disease such as among the commoners, though the impact is quite minimal. Should at least grant more time to work on a more permanent solution. Wonderful. Could still hold a funeral while we're at it. Sorry for the delay, Father. It'll be of no cost to do it here. To be buried here, at where you first rose your station. I wish the king would come, but yeah, the knights could come too. So, yeah. I'm willing to have a major piety legitimacy gain and stress loss here. That is to be Mercury's final rest by time, let alone to gather my thoughts and prepare for the arrival of the honored mourners. You got 5 months till everybody gets here. You uncovered a secret? Okay, that's good to know. I want you to disrupt schemes. Sure, we have someone better. No. Alright, the wake's to begin. Until 3 months' time. Because everyone is here. It's ongoing. No matter, a disgraced noble seeking refuge and piety is arrived at your court. Eager for an answer to this fallen aristocrat. Pledges contrition and the desire to serve under your rule. Disfigured. Sure, but here's the thing. You're not going to be educated by me. Only someone who knows all about the military. It'll be him. You got it? You do it. Spent enough money as it is. Good. The blind boy is the master schemer. He may not have eyes, but he has ears. Now we can properly begin. In a quiet corner of a church, I overhear that chatting with a group of mourners. She sounds like just me. We all have fond memories of Duke Makuria, the first of Nobadia. I was just talking about the time I married him. Tell me, you have any memories to share? Oh, she's near death. She's infirm and ill. The memories are too painful, I'll say, just to reduce the stress. Before me a feasting table stocked high of all manner of food and drink, as if my father were trying to offer a final act of magnanimity before departing. Not just round in Nobadia, so I refused to lay a finger on the banquet. Swilling or goblet in the idle sauce. Middle state falls rarely upon me. And with a quiet nod, she raises a drink eye. To Duke Makuria of Nobadia, truly one of the greats. I'll speak a quiet prayer. You're still getting the same amount of fighting, but reduce a bit of stress. Tea vendors praise me. A little bit of stewardship lifestyle. Rahima, what the f... died in childbirth, and no child. Unlucky. Unlucky. All eyes fall upon him, and it's the former spymaster. She falls to the ground in lamentation. Head's coating of red and ice on view. Salvo gas and chokes have left her fellow mourners breathless. And when the offer of comfort of VIET as if it were her who was to be committed to the hereafter. I can only mourn in my own way. Hunched beside me, bereft of pretense of propriety, the inconsolable Ariana gazes out to nothingness before. Not a tear falls from her eyes, not a word passes her mouth until she turns to me. God can be cruel indeed. Why does the wind still yet blow? Why does the sea continue to push forward? Why does my body ache for food and thirst for water? Revelation is upon us. My Courtiers is dead. While there's life, there's always hope. She's comforted. I and the other Moors take a reprieve from our grief to enjoy a great bounty of food. I guess stood usually the lifeblood of any feast. No, sits remain misty-eyed and untouched goblets. How can we make ourselves fat and merry in times like these? Are we to satisfy our hedonistic desires while Makuria has none? Join me, head to your gods and libation. The guest seemed to agree there is wisdom in his office limitation. He's a courtier from another place. Well, just join in on the offering. I don't want to spend money on that. A humble objection to realm laws. Compared to my father, what he thinks of those laws, which he liked it, but for me, I say, It's unbelievable. The mountain of rules and regulations we have for constructing cities and fortresses. Every step is delayed by some petty bureaucrat with a scroll in hand, telling me what shape of the walls should be or how tall a building could stand. Why are we wasting precious resources on such trivialities? When fortifications should be practical, strong, and built to withstand the test of time. Aesthetics are a luxury we cannot afford when the safety of our people is at stake. The nobles argue over grandeur while real work goes unfinished. I say enough. We should be focused on building defenses, expanding our cities swiftly and efficiently. All these needless laws only make it harder and more expensive to protect our realm. What use is beauty if it crumbles at the first sign of war? Structured layouts is ridiculous. Ugh. Cannot believe those thoughts came up to my mind during this time of... But now, the time has come to commit my father, Duke of Nobadia, his final rites before his final journey to the hereafter. Mercury's shrouded body suspended above an open grave, surrounded by close friends and family. Instead at his head is me, privileged place of mourning offered only to a magnanimous host. To see him surrounded by so many mourners and given a proper Coptic burial gives me hope that perhaps I too will be remembered as fondly as Duke. At last, his body is lowered to the earth, and the funeral is officially completed with a prayer. Beautiful. Now you've got your legitimacy and your piety. The funeral has concluded. Disease is still ongoing. It hasn't let up. But it's certainly affecting the development slightly. That's not enough. But it's most certainly affecting over there, but they're keeping it under good control. By God, that man is an insufferable fool. Have you seen how she gets more and more upset? Ridiculous. My Courtiers throws his head back with a wicked laugh. Mary still covers her efforts, but I could tell she hurt him. I hate to see her hurt. Oh, so you should apologize to the lady. He refuses to listen. Lizard-like demeanor dislikes chaste. I'm gonna fail the romance at this, aren't I? Oh, that's because you're... whatever's been shot. As my morsels, I walk through the Zag Gardens. I gesture at the greenery around us. For all their beauty, there isn't a single flower which rivals your own, my lady. There's one, she says to herself. A rare orchid from Gui. Wow, all the way over there? Which is nearly impossible to cultivate. The monastery ruin in Vatanazza is the only place where it thrives in these regions. I think the Queen of Elodia may help me out here. My sister and friend. She finds it. Small chance of success now. As of late, all my visits to Mira has been ruined by my Marshal Bartholomeus. Falls are everywhere like a lost puppy. His attempts to charm a lady are laughable. Yet I fear his persistence will be rewarded. An unfortunate case of food poisoning will do the trick. Get rid of this. Treat glass top perk, he gets sick. Nothing compares to satisfaction of a perfectly executed plan. No one notices I poured the poison in his cup, and the spectacle that followed will not be forgotten anytime soon. He looked all over the glasses. He was immensely grateful. I swooped in to save him this mess, so I'll never look this way again. Gotcha. I said I'm a bit intrigued. Perhaps a fabricating hooks is a little more than a good idea type of thing. But after all, you're the realm's spy master. Can't do it. I'm likely gonna fail the romance right here, right now. No need to name it after me. Think of a different name this time. Well, honestly, I don't think you should be given Greek or Christian names because I'm a bit of a cynical person. So, think of a easier sounding Nubian name. Think, man, think. Shakanda. I like the sound of that name. Shakanda. Oh, you're ill. Well, when the Dutch suggested I did not hesitate to organize one. I'd do anything for the mere glimpse of my spring blossom. Stalking through the underbrush, a page in my heel, and my hound just ahead. Seems found a trail. Suddenly, my concentration shattered by a woman's scream. I'm coming for you, my love, even though I might screw this up. Alright, I'm coming. I burst through the foliage of the clearing, my heart beating wildly, sweat streaming down my face. But the same performance not expected. There was a stag, yes, but it's on the ground. Arrow struck between his eyes. Now lowers her bow and turns to face me. What is this about, Duke Makuria? Did you think me incapable of defending myself? I got lost. Can't romance her again, can I? Not in the next month, if you wish to do it again. Been killing characters a lot for such a minor thing. After all, plenty of characters do live along the Nile. Hope you got yours too. Oh, he's in the He's about to finally take that objective. Their army's starving. You're weakening yourselves. What are you doing? Guess the supply must be very low when you're in desert territory. Did you bring allies? Yeah, he's brought more allies. Because he knows he can't do it alone. Karga. Just over there. The one that got away. Can you imagine, if you try to take this and then... Okay, that one's easier to take. A butterfly landed on my arm. Looks so harmless, just fluttering its wings, unaware of my existence. Shake it off. Oh boy. Listen to me, Pope. You can't give it to me because one, you're reluctant, to two, well, it's mostly because of opinion. He doesn't know me that much. And this old man's gonna go too. Just be happy you have a healthy son. The schism of Islam was triggered in its early days, has now turned to an open rebellion that questions the legitimacy of the Abbasid Caliph. The Shia have gathered enough strength to openly state their allegiance to Abdullah, which opened the gates for a more proud, zealous to join their ranks. The consequence of the schism has already been felt. A new denomination has already gained a foothold within Persia. A storm is gathering in Africa, one that the Sunni Caliph can't afford to ignore. So the infighting begins. Yeah, it just popped up there. It's been a good while since I've seen my old heartthrob, Raima, but she's not doing well. Consumption. Oh, she's wandering, and she caught that. Emerging prodigy, what are you doing out here? Too far away to interact. Even after all these years, the thought of her as subject my child infatuation occupies my mind at midnight hours. She's a woman now, and can't help but feel myself reach for my coat when I think of her. Perhaps I ought to make my feelings known. No, she's too far away. I have my wife, and I have a future. My sister is queen. This character here, even though not relevant to this series, I actually marked him as a character. Which apparently he was over there. Mayor Basilius. He's actually an Easter egg character for the whoever's the user that guessed the Nubian flavor pack correctly when as part of CyberXCon's mods Discord server. That's what goes on here. The income isn't great, as it once was. Oh, the disease is finally going away. Killed 35 characters. $37. $38. Okay. About to expire. Unless it springs up again, which can happen sometimes. It's gone. Alright. Emerge from seclusion. The sun feels unfamiliar and hostile on my skin. The wind feels cold and violently. When was the last time I took a breath of air that God made it? Oh, I'm glad to be back. Now we can get back to real business. 21 months. We gotta get that claim. And then after that, this old king here, this old man here, as he's doing surprisingly well for himself. Well, now he's engaged in combat. The army of this old Cushitic or Kemetic faith is going after Liege. Lost a major battle. Now our kingdom is vulnerable to foreign attack. You're outnumbered and you're fighting in their turf. They're going to liberate the territory back. And we're ready for any kind of defensive war in case these guys throw at us. And slain in battle. A Coptic Nubian serving in the ranks. Led by a countess. Well, actually, this is good because is a child, that's one thing. More virtuous. If I could get this Pope to like me more, I can have more of these pressed claims. Alright. Let me compliment you first. Lose stress because you're humble. Okay. How about now? Almost there. All it takes is some swaying. You have a hard time defending him. So just swaying him. It's largely due to distance. Maybe I ought to become more virtuous. Maybe become a pilgrim. That'll get us some respect. But no, money's going for the claim. I think over time the Pope will respect me. Because this current one, well, he's a bit arbitrary. And apparently he does have a son. The old king has passed. Old age got to him. And the boy king still at war. I don't think you could petition to a child king, can't you? Yeah, you still can. I mean, he'll be an adult anyway in 2 years' time. I'm no longer a member of the council. Make me steward, please. But he'll probably likely make me spy master again, since I'm the best at it. Yeah, know it. Try it again. Nope. Damn it. Just trying to steal money off of him. Good. The Guild of Stonemasons established itself in Vadanalja. Having dedicated craftsmen in my first source could help the region flourish. Oh, jeez, don't do that. I'll strike a deal with the Chief Mason. 21% chance to make a great deal. A fair deal. Or 25% chance of an unfortunate deal. Yesterday I was attending a performance by a local musician. Today I realized that one of the songs the musician sung I just can't get out of my head. It's so catchy. 'Cause I got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle. I got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle. As I go riding merrily along. As I go riding merrily along. I think you're better off wait till we find a new pope who might be more amenable. After a lengthy audience, the Chief Mason budged over. For a lower price than this, it cannot be done. There's nothing to build here, so I'll say, sure I can find cheaper masons. So I'm not spending money on any of that. One thing I forgot to bring up earlier in the episode. Hang on, let me drink. Lord of the Mountain. We never brought that up. Marquis has the experience as the Migians Sonyot. Traditionally, the Epoch of Nobadia. The officials charged of maintaining the border between Egypt and Nubia and supervising the Bach transaction on the Nubian side. Trade is granted to whoever has the Duchy of Nobadia. For as long one holds Nobadia, the trade experience is gained through decisions like perform administrative non-border tasks, or when any ruler is involved in the Bach situation successfully uses the Bach to carry out interaction with another such ruler. So that's coronation ceremony. Yeah, I'll be there. Just a moment. Let me explain to the viewers. That term, what is the so now means Lord of the Mountain in medieval Nubian, or the epoch of Nubia, Nobadia, was arguably the highest ranking official in Makuria, the northern kingdom of medieval Nubia. His chief responsibility was managing the frontier between Nubia and Egypt, and carrying out the provisions of the Bach Treaty on the Nubian side as the counterpart of the Egyptian governor of Aswan. Currently, scholars are unsure whether the office was hereditary, appointed, or a combination of both, and whether the epochs had any connection to the rulers of the earlier Kingdom of Nobadia that was absorbed into Makuria at some point in by the 7th century. If you do more to that, it actually increases your skills. Yeah, and it does stack up. How much time we got left? Okay, let me do one. Find the cheapest option to perform these. 25. I'll take your pick. So, what tasks should take care of concerning Egypt and Nubia's border? Choose one and it'll allow us to do this. So, either correspond with counterpart, frequent communication between border governors of Egypt and Nubia, even if through formulaic messages and gifts are necessary to ensure good relations and reduce hostility between the people of these two lands. Fortify the border. The Nile has attracted armies, bandits, and other troublemakers who seek to exploit its riches. Border safety for the people attracted to the river depends on well-staffed, well-maintained border forts. Oversee land sales. Due to the mixing of many different peoples and lucrative nature of the Nile's agricultural land, it is important to involve the local administration in certifying legitimate land sales in this region. Scrutinize travelers. Travel across the frontier of Egypt and Nubia is heavily monitored. Need to prevent the entry of troublemakers and extradite any criminals or wanted fugitives from the other side of the border. Center Port Superiors. The border between Egypt and Nubia often lies far centers of power, so it's crucial that the leadership in the capital is aware of the goings-on in this region so they can determine effective geopolitical policies. And finally, process routine paperwork. Border officials have to constantly look at complaints, requests, and other documents made by the people who pass through the border or have assets or connections on both sides. Will the paperwork ever end? Let's look at each and every one of them. Time for more paperwork. Okay. Success chance increases by spending additional gold. Depends on your diplomacy skill. That will not do. This will make you gain prestige and improve opinion, possibly form friendship with the counterpart. The governor. Fortify the border. That's for Marshal. Okay. Oversee land sales, stewardship. Scrutinize travelers. Intrigue. Send report to superiors. Learning. And mind you, this gives you legitimacy, which my legitimacy level is very, very good. Or just process routine paperwork. Won't you just gain more trade experience for this? Scrutinize travelers could give me bonuses related to intrigue. See land sales. This is development growth. Fortify the board. Let me guess, fort level. No, control. Correspond counterpart. That's prestige and opinion. We don't need to spend more gold in that, so I'm just going to do some routine paperwork. So unlike the other task, this does not have a success or failure result, so you gain more trade experience and relevant traits than the other options. So as Lord of the Mountain in Kingdom of Makuria, I must use my skill set to synergize the different functions of our bureaucracy and maintain the border between Egypt and Nubia per terms of the Bach Treaty. Alright, here's some historical context here. Before I go to the coordination, I gotta do some paperwork here. Since the days of the pharaohs, the first cataract around Aswan acted as a traditional border between Egypt and Nubia. After the Arabs and Nubians agreed to the Bach Treaty in the 7th century and reformed the status of this border, the governors of Aswan and of Nobadia became officials responsible for administering the Bach and guarding the borders of Egypt and Nubia respectively. We have extensive corpus of documents that archaeologists have discovered attesting to the activities of these men, their subordinates, and those interacted with. They range from complaints by merchants to dull lists of supplies to legal documents for land sales. Of course, the governor of Aswan in medieval Egypt had a major responsibility for managing the frontier there, carrying out the provisions on the Egyptian side. Time for more paperwork, people. The paper pusher's life. The documents never end as the Lord of the Mountain. The frontier between Egypt and Nubia is carefully monitored on both sides. I and my staff have to handle the documents in all sorts of languages, from complaints to legal disputes, requests of overly polite words, and reports from my underlings. Allow someone to do paperwork. With a sigh, I continued reading the document at my desk. The slave girl was inspected, and the price paid for her was 10 dinars. But they found that she was crippled, and they returned her. I'd offered her to sell for a woman for 12 dinars and 7 dirhams in a private transaction. Now, what am I going to do about this? So, the context, the flavor text for this event, for the letter in this event, was randomly selected from a large list of excerpts of real documents from medieval Nubia or Egypt. They reflect on a variety of people that Nubian or Egyptian officials would have interacted with in various situations they might have not gotten involved in, whether they wanted to or not. And based on what I've read from the details in the makings of this event, there are about 50 documents like these. Now, I gotta go to the coordination ceremony. I need to kiss up to the king, make him a friend of mine. Thank goodness we have someone that can provide safety for my travel. Do that again in 5 years' time. Oh, okay, good. I need to do that paperwork more often thing, because I want to build it up each and every time when you get a chance. Don't spend any more money. I'm here. I gotta offer support. I need to befriend him so he can give me what I want. Alright. Now, who else is here? We've read this event before, and I'm not in the mood to read them out loud because I'm tired of speaking at this time. The coronation is no place to discuss these matters, because I'm cynical. Don't talk religion here. You don't mix. They'll cause fortune if I would have been here. Right. Let me foster my relationship. Now we're friends. Yes! Yes, of coronation of my friend pouring in. Go give him minor hostings here. His pledges fields more support. My time. I'll stand over the ground and needs to breathe on to convince the king my worthiness. I'll speak to the clergy on his behalf, thanks to my high learning. He gets this. Sure. Don't think much of him. King of Dennis calls him sinner. I'm a friend to all. This is the part of the ceremony. As I am humble, I'll kneel to him, the true king. Gets the high anointment. The crown of Makuria is placed on his head. Remember, he does not have a queen yet. My rule will be remembered by those who come to offer the start of the Golden Age. We'll see if we can live up to those expectations. Using vague words. Feast time. You old enough to drink? Unconservative any etiquette. My Vettel vassal, kind of Nick Gus slaps you on the back. Can I read it? He says, I'll do anything you ask me, anything at all. Ask me and it's done. I smell alcohol in his breath. You're a bastard who's a wise monk. He's too drunk to know what he's saying. I don't need a hook on you. What the hell? Enjoy about me. More for me, none for you. You're too young to drink, young man. It's a good evening. Princess Elizabeth. As a stone, I sought to relieve myself here. Corn turned to see my fellow Count Besh, he sinks his blade to the base of the comic Petro. The same Petro who was? Or is it just someone else? Think I count. Everyone will know your crime, you murderer bastard. So his vow is to strengthen the house. It's good to know. The Pope isn't swayed, but hey. You're almost there, man. Where's the beef? No. Just give it a good shape. For now on, save your damn money. We're not getting good income. Because of the current flood and the inner circle. Because some of that money's been going to commoners. I see. That explains it. If only I was the steward. Turn 16 next year. And you lost the war. And therefore you lose legitimacy for this. What can I do to please you? Other than, well, get a little bit of this. So close. Failure seizure attempt. Oh, okay. Shouldn't have done that. Overflooded. Three months. And then I'll go petition to the king once it's available. But you can do that in later this year. Humble objection to realm laws. Yeah, I don't like those laws. Oh, hell. Today I finished writing an official letter to one of my vassals. My Spanish person in West has very serious news. Thus, proceeded to detail what she considers high treason on the part of someone I know very well in my court. King of Makuria, my chancellor and bodyguard. So I delved deeper into the information provided. It seems some unknown party is planning my murder with the help of my courtier. I realize the matter is not definite, and again I'm not sure if I'm being led by my spam master to fulfill some hidden agenda, or if he's really assisting assassin. What do I mean? You know what? Just murder and execute him. Getting assassinated by my bodyguard, that's maddening to think about. Yeah, everyone's terrified of me for that act. Doesn't affect opinion of others, but definitely makes the court, you know, feel like, whoo boy. Alright, here it comes. Hey, don't forget to do the border raids. You keep forgetting to do those. Oh, we lost that ability to do that now. Yeah, you can only do that if you're count. When you're a duke, you lose that ability. I understand. Alright, spend it all. Barely. And now, wait a few months. Go petition the king as long as he's not going anywhere or is at war. He's about to turn 16 next month. He's content, compassionate, but impatient. That explains why strengthen the house. Turns 16. Alright. All we gotta do is wait until October 4th. And when that's over, we'll end the episode. By hook or by crook. Yeah, not an exciting episode with this one, but still, it's just, it's the only way for me to expand without resorting to war because I feel vulnerable. And we don't even know how much money this person has. And you're very, very close. My Shakanda is unusually calm. It's on his mind. Yeah. Still building those orchards, huh? Hey, your opinion increased of me. You know, I could offer you one of my useless courtiers. You know, if I had a holy man here, I would bring him over. Ah, here we go. I want you to petition to the king right now. You better get there, and fast. That was a little premature, but we're going. We're going. Traveling through the rugged terrain of Cosmopolitan, a challenge arises, the ground cracks, crumbles. My bodyguard, Zerebecca, she's still around. My personal physician Nezanine begin to argue about the best approach to traverse the treacherous tunnel. Zerebecca, your suggestion is reckless, exclaims Buster. Zerebecca, yours is cowardly. Zerebecca is right. We cannot afford to dawdle. 100% chance a risky strategy pays off. Now, we'll be there a lot faster before the king does anything. While passing through the floodplains of personal physician, Nezanine almost gets swept away by a concealed underwater current that was swiftly rescued by my knight. Nezanine need to be more careful. Admonishes concerned of an voice. Nezanine offers sleepless grief for some reason. Thanks, I owe one. Ah, make haste, man, because, you know, we gotta get there. Push through the mere insects. We all get drained by mosquitoes. Alright, he gave me the land for free thanks to our friendship. Thank goodness. I got the county. Popo probably won't give me any more, but no, he could still be reasoned with. And I like this territory. More income, more levies, more defense. I don't want to fabricate the claim again, but at least now we got a bit of a sustainable income now. And plus you have a church holding. If he endorses you, he still does. But you're all mad at me. But don't worry, every few years they'll soon get over it. We'll end the episode right here on that note. Peaceful expansion is the only way forward. Thrym will be next. Because this is technically the de jure capital of Nobadia, and I want to move my capital over here. At least I get the monthly renown now. And it's got good defenses. So things are looking up again. And I got to do something to please the Pope, but knowing him, the Pope isn't going to be around for much longer. And hopefully the next one will be more amenable. And especially speaks my language. because compliments will not do. An alliance with him. High diplomacy. There's high diplomacy. My diplomacy ain't that great, to be real honest. I'm just looking for one last possible option. Maybe give him a courtier, even if he's some useless git. I mean, may I remind you? Look how close it is. Because I can. You're very close. So screw it. Give someone away. What about the blind one? Oh, will not accept. Okay, okay. Okay. Let's try that again. Spire. Pregnant. Will not accept. What is this man's taste? Ah, 1 second. Itching ear. Maybe it's because of virtues. Yeah, virtues matter more. Okay, someone with diplomacy. And not of a different faith. He especially doesn't want someone of a different faith. You're not doing anything. Will not accept. Half and half on virtue and sin. Nope. Negative. He only wants someone with learning. So, which means you're the best option. And what's the second best option? Let me see the prowess of you two. Actually, frick. No, he seems desirable. But I like having him around. Oh, really? You're willing to accept this, man? Despite the fact that he's an ass? Would make a good knight. Oh, all he wants was knights. Not skulls. Okay. I can give him away. Go on. Get out of there. Now. Last chance. So close. So close. Maybe I should go on a pilgrimage and be a pilgrim. Pick up that trait and maybe that'll work. Because I don't want to fabricate another claim like that. And maybe the next pope will be nice. But we'll find out in the next episode. Until then, so long for now.